Hot take on how I view recurring revenue. And I think that so many people, when they're looking at buying a business, they look at project-based revenue or revenue where you have to bid or get quotes to win bids is high risk. Here's why I think it's not as high risk as most people think. Most people think you have to have recurring revenue, long-term contracts. The reality is those businesses can be extremely expensive, super competitive against other buyers, and you might overpay for it. Here's why I think other types of ways of generating revenue, which could be project-based or bid-based. But here's the thing. Tell me this. If I look to buy a company that's 20 to 30 years old, and they've got customers, meaning general contractors or long-term customers that aren't contractually obligated to come back to my business, but they have been for 10 or 15 years. Isn't that the same thing as recurring revenue? Isn't that type of loyalty even better than someone forced to be with me because of a contract? Think about this as you go into exploring different companies. Recurring revenue is great, but I think recurring revenue can look a couple of different ways. And I think if you would open the doors to other types of revenue, what you might be exposed to are businesses that are a lot less competitive to buy. You can get them at a lot better multiples. And that means you'll have a lot less debt service compared to your cash flow, which means your ROI and your returns are higher and your risk is lower. So keep that in mind when you think about recurring revenue. And if it truly has to be forced by contract, or can customer tenure of 10, 15, 20 years actually equate to just the same thing as recurring revenue?